guys, Coach Katie here. We are gonna go through a 10-minute lower body workout today using a resistance loop. I call these loops because they're circular. There's also resistance bands that have just one long string with the handlebars on it, but today we specifically want to be using a loop, although you can probably adjust some of these moves if you wanted to with a resistance band. But if you haven't used these loops before, they're amazing because they are cost effective, they don't take up a lot of space, they travel well, and they're just a great form of resistance training because they help to keep your muscles under tension longer. So for today's, I'm using, mine's a rubber loop because I find that when I use them for bigger ranges of motion, I find that these are a little bit more flexible than like your cloth loops, for instance. So we're gonna get going right into this. We're gonna do a quick 30-second warm up. We're gonna go through 3 moves, a minute each, and then we're gonna repeat that set 2 more times. No breaks on this one. Gonna really start to feel the burn and the core and the booty and the legs, and then we'll finish with a 30-second cool down. So let's get going. We're just gonna start with a little jog real quick just to get the legs warmed up a bit. And then we're just gonna take this into an active quad stretch. So you're just gonna hold for about a second or 2 and then switch. Okay, so keep those knees close together, hips pressing forward. And press the foot into the hand for a little bit more. And now we're just gonna take it to a hamstring stretch. So same thing, just alternate, driving that knee in toward your body. All right, you guys, go ahead and grab your loop. Actually come down to the ground to get it on. Mine's a medium level of resistance. So bring it up to about just above your knees. And first move, we're gonna start with a lateral squat, stepping twice in one direction and then we'll go the other direction. I'm just gonna wait for my timer here to start, and we're gonna be in this for a minute. And I want you to stay nice and low in this the entire time. Okay, so you're really gonna wake up those quads, really the entire lower body. So we're gonna come down and we're gonna stay here and we're gonna go 1 step, 2 steps. Okay, notice I'm staying low the whole time. Notice my feet are tracking forward the whole time. Everything is nice and square to the front. Okay, I'm already feeling the burn. We're not even 30 seconds in. Okay, if you need more of a challenge, you can get lower. If you need maybe less of a challenge, you can come up out of it a little bit and not have as deep of a range of motion. You guys, we still have 30 more seconds left. Okay. Let me just show from a side view so you can see that my back is in a nice neutral position. I'm not arching my lower back. My butt is pushing back like I'm sitting in a chair. My knees are tracking in line with my toes. Your butt should be on fire. Come back to this view. You guys have about 10 more seconds. And then we're gonna be coming down to the ground. All right, so come on down to the ground. We're gonna have a little transition time here. You're gonna put the loops or the loop around, like basically the middle of your foot. And then we're gonna come over to a position where we are coming down to our elbows. Okay, so you're making an 11 with your arms. Back is nice and flat, core is turned on. And what we're gonna do is, you can join me now, we're just gonna press back. So we're pressing that heel back, and as you press that heel back, I want you to squeeze your butt cheek. So we're really continuing to challenge those glute muscles. Okay, and notice that when I come forward, I'm bringing my knee in line with the other knee. Shoulders are down and back. You can just go, kind of look straight ahead in between your hands. All right, you don't want to look too far ahead, but you also don't want to have the head looking down toward the feet. We're getting ready to switch. Go ahead and switch legs. So for this one, we're doing 30 seconds. 30 seconds on each leg for the full minute, to make the full minute. So lower body, we're engaging our bigger muscles. So you might start to feel out of breath a little bit here. Okay, glutes should be on fire. And again, really drive that heel. Imagine like you're trying to press through a wall. All right, but really kind of hold it for a second there when you get to that extension. All right, you guys, come on down to your back. Next move is an ipsilateral dead bug reach. So you're actually laying flat down for this one, so your neck is head and neck are on the ground. Bring your arms up to a parallel position, okay? And you're going to extend the same side arm and leg. Now, if you needed to get rid of the resistance loop for this one, you could. Okay, I think we still have about 30 seconds here. We'll probably go a little bit longer because I think we took a little time for the setup. But make sure your back stays glued to the ground. And if you want more of a challenge, you can expand your range of motion. So try to get a little bit further on the reach. Keep that core squeezing. All right, I think that's time. All right, guys, no break. So come on up, so bring your loop safely. Okay, just below mid-thigh. All right, and we are going to go 2 to the right and 2 to the left. So we're going to repeat that same set twice more. So now that you know the moves, okay, this is your chance to make them a little bit better. So in this move, 30 more seconds if you want to sink deeper. But again, just make sure you're not arching that lower back. Make sure your shoulders stay down and back, toes stay tracking toward the front. And we want to keep that loop under tension. Notice it's never like completely there's never any slack in it, in other words. Like it's always being stretched to some degree here. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. All right, come on right down to the mat. Set up with the loop around the feet. Safely turn yourself over, come down to your elbows and right into it. We lost a little time on that, so I'm gonna take it a little past the bell, but drive that heel, you guys straight back, and then bring it up to meet the other knee. Stay here for a few more seconds. Keep that core turned on. Again, lower back is not arching, shoulders down and back, making that 11 with the arms. All right, we're gonna go ahead and switch. Make sure your hips are staying square to the ground. You might be tempted to open up the hips in the direction of the leg that is doing that press back, but you want the chest and the hips to stay square to the ground. A few more seconds. Good job, you guys. All right, we're gonna come over back to that ipsilateral dead bug. So head and neck, shoulder blades glued down, arms parallel, and we're alternating on this one. So nice long reach. Again, you can lose the loop if it's too much. Those knees are coming back up to about a 90-degree position. If you can get that leg to straight, awesome. If this is too easy, you can choose a resistance loop that's heavier. Okay, but again, nice and controlled. That's the one thing with these loops is you want to make sure you're going nice and controlled. In a nice controlled motion. So we really do have to engage our core, be really intentional about the speed at which we're moving, all right? Because we don't want to, lose that tension in the loop. We want to keep everything under tension. All right, you guys, come on up. Bring that loop back up to just below mid-thigh. Safely stand up. We'll catch our breath here for just a few seconds to get set, and then we're going for our last time through. Sink down and go. So 1 more minute. Last time doing this move. And remember, these are short 10-minute workouts, so if you want to add on extra sets, you can. You can combine them with other workouts that I've shared, the 10-minute ones that I email, or if you go to my Instagram, I have 5-minute workouts that I post on there. But you can always combine them to kind of, make it a little bit longer to work different, body parts or whatever you want to do. We have 30 more seconds. Keep those feet forward. I want you to sink down a little bit deeper now. Okay, really push yourself. Push that booty back like you're sitting in a chair. We're working our abductors here as well as we do that stepping out motion. Okay, so the muscles that are on the outside of our legs there. We got about 10 more seconds. Not even actually, probably a little less. Stay in it, you guys. I know it's burning. All right, come on down safely to the ground. Get the loop set up. Turn yourself around. Elbows to the ground. Make that 11 with the arms. And begin. Press it back. And drive that heel. And I really want you to have an intentional squeeze when you get to that full extension. Hips stay square. Stay here, we got about 10 more seconds on the side. Okay, back is nice neutral position, neck is neutral. A good thing to imagine is if you had like an apple under your chin. That's kind of the position you want your head to be in. All right, you guys switch to the other leg and go. Squeeze, last time through, you guys, you gotta make it count. Press that heel back. We got about 15 more seconds. Everything is nice and stable. Okay, core is nice and strong. Really the only thing moving is your leg. Just the one leg. Nothing else should be moving. And all right, you guys, come on over for your dead bug, last time. All right, head and neck on the ground, back glued to the floor, same arm and leg. Again, most important thing is to make sure your lower back stays glued to the ground. So you can imagine trying to press your belly button to the floor. You can kind of imagine that as a way to help keep that lower back glued down. Nice long reach, 30 more seconds. Again, keep that tension in the loop. You're gonna have a little piece, or a little like second, I guess, where you don't have really much tension as you're switching. As you're alternating legs, like right there, you kind of lose some tension, but otherwise, it should be there the whole time. Nice long reach, you guys, stay in it, we're almost there. I don't know if anybody else is sweating, but I am. All right, nice job, you guys. Hopefully your lower body is on fire, burning a little bit, especially your booty. We did a lot of work on the booty muscles today, so you can put that loop down to the ground. And then I just want you guys to shake the legs out. All right, a little shake. And we're gonna do a nice stretch here for our glutes. So, little figure 4. If you can catch your balance, not like that. Catch your balance, okay? If you need to grab onto something, you can, a chair, something sturdy, okay? But we're just sinking in. It's a really nice stretch, especially for those glute muscles. Keep the core turned on to help you stay balanced. And even for that like outer hip, the hip there feels really good. All right, we're gonna switch. Carefully sink in and just go to the point where you can feel the stretch. If you're feeling it up here, stay there. If you need to go a little bit further, go for it. Nice job, you guys. Hopefully those loops really made you feel the burn, because again, we had those muscles, we basically had our muscles under tension for 9 minutes, right? We did 3 minutes of each. We did 3 minutes and 3 sets. So that's a lot of work. A lot of work, but in a little bit of time. All right, let's just get the quads, and we'll do a static hold for this one instead of alternating like we did in the warm up. So just keep the knees close, press the foot into the hands, push the hips forward, and that should feel really good for your legs. A little shake and switch. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. If you have requests or ideas for what you want to see with these 10-minute workouts, let me know. You can email me, reach out to me if you have any requests. I'm happy to hear you out. I do like to try to incorporate a variety of cardio and strength training because I think that is definitely necessary for optimizing your results, is including a little bit of both. So awesome job, you guys. I hope you loved it.